Well, hello, DyreCraftians, and welcome back to another episode of the DC Show. I'm your host, TKD, owner of the DyreCraft Minecraft server. Our IP is 198.12.62:25765. You can also find us at DyreCraft.engine.com. As some of you may have noticed, I have a little friend here with me. This is Midnight, my horse. And you guys all will have horses very, very soon. Thank you so much for your patience. We're just waiting on a few more things to update, and then we can update the server. So I'd like to spend a little bit of time showing you guys some of the new items and new things that you will be able to find with the new update. So if you would just like to follow me here, we will go and find out. Well, here we are outside of my house. Something I want you guys to notice is my horse here is on a lead or a leash, as it's called in the recipes. With this leash, I can go ahead and take the horse all the way around, la 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 la, and he will follow me. This is an awesome, awesome thing. And also, what you can do is you can take your horse, or let me tell you, you can do this with any animals. Yes, even chickens. And you can take them and tie them up to something, let's say, oh, look, here we go, a fence post. So now I can actually leave him here and he'll stay. But something I want to be very, 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 very clear on is horses do not follow their owners, nor do they stay with their owners. They apparently do really happy little dances like mine is in the background. What I mean is, people can steal your horse and kill your horse. And it's nothing that we can do to solve that at this moment. So if you do have a horse, I suggest you keep it protected and away from harm. And just understand that if your horse dies, we're not going to replace it. But they are so super cool. So if you'd like to know how to make a lead or a leash, you can also do, of course, recipe leash. And there you go. So other things that are new are, whoa there! One is a hay bale, which you can see over here as just by putting 9 stacks of wheat all in the crafting table, and then you'll get a bale of hay. What is this good for? Well, your horses can eat it. So yeah, it's pretty cool. And over here, you will see that we have a new block. It's black and it's kind of plain, but it's a coal block. What is this useful for? Well, you can use it in your furnaces, and each one acts, of course, of 9 regular coal, and it saves you a lot of space in your chest. So I like it. I'm probably going to use it to decorate with too. So anyway, other cool things, super cool things, I'm really going to enjoy this one, are hardened clay blocks. Why are hardened clay blocks cool? Come over here and I will show you. What is a hardened clay block, you might ask? Well, it's a new block where you take a normal clay block, you can find those in the rivers and the oceans down at the bottom, and you take it and you put it in the furnace and you smelt it, and you'll get this normal looking brown block that we have over here off to the side all by itself. Well, if you take 8 of those and put them all the way around on your crafting bench and then put one die in the middle, you get a colored clay block. I only have a few colors shown here, but every single wool color can be used as a clay color. So think of the possibilities. I mean, you could use those for stained glass windows and cool walls and all sorts of neat stuff. So I'm really excited about that. And I'm probably going to end up redoing some of the church to add some of those in there. Another cool addition I want to point out is, you know how a lot of you like to have your animals named, and currently you always have to ask a staff member to come and name them for you, and it's kind of a hassle. Well, not anymore. What I'm holding in my hand is your ticket to solve your problems, and they will be sold in the malls. This little thing that I'm holding in my hand is called a name tag. And with this name tag, you'll take it and you'll go to an anvil and you'll use the anvil to put a name on it. And then you can take it over to your animals, click on your animal with it, and then, ta-da, your animal has a name. You see, there we go. I named this one Midnight, and it's my horse. Aww, so cute. Here we are at one of my houses, and I want to show you what's in my hand. Can you see it? I'll change the color of it. One of the new additions to this update are carpets. And why is a carpet important? Well, I'm sure like you guys, when you're building up in your roof area, you'll notice, ugh, I need a color underneath my neck. Did you see that? Not acceptable. That will be a skin revision that will come after this show. Anyway, back to the subject at hand. If you like to build like I do and you like to decorate, you run into the problem where a lot of the times you have to do 2 blocks deep because you have wood or some other thing that you've already used as a ceiling. Well, with the carpets, they take up about as much room as a pressure plate, and they cover, if you don't double click like I just did, like that. And you can see it looks awesome, and they just sit right on top, and they will make decorating so much easier. I'm so excited about this one, and I think you guys will be too. But TKD forgot to tell us how to make the carpets. I didn't forget, and remember, you can always do /recipe carpet in-game. So as you can see, there's some really cool things coming with the update, and it will happen soon. I promise you guys. I know you're ready. We're going to have the coal block. We'll have leads or leashes, depending on what you want to call them, hay bales, horses, name tags, hardened clay blocks, carpets. Oh, and I forgot horse armor. And I'm sure you saw earlier that Midnight was wearing diamond armor. There are 3 types of armor. There's diamond, there's gold, and there's iron. Diamond is the strongest, gold is the second strongest, and iron is the third. And we will be selling horse armor in the mall. Horse armor can also be found naturally, but it's pretty rare. It's usually in strongholds or in spawn chests. So that's why we're selling it at the mall. But it will be super, super duper expensive, so just be prepared. And since we've had a little break since I went on vacation and work's been busy, the STKD forum has been blowing up. Our first question comes to us from Fallout. He says, "Dear TKD, what is the worst pain you have ever felt?" Well, if you've been watching the show, you know that I'm a second dan black belt in Taekwondo. And I'm sure, as you can guess, we do get injured in Taekwondo. It's not a sport where you run up and just, hug each other and throw pillows at each other. It's a little bit different than that. So I was messing around with a black belt of a higher rank than I am, and we were doing takedowns, and he had me in a lock, and he was taking me down, and I countered, and we both fell. Well, when we both fell, he fell on my leg, which popped my knee, right? So being the strong girl that I am, that I don't show my pain, I was like, well, I'm out. I'm just going to have to ice this. Something happened. Well, of course, it just wasn't that easy. And it ended up snapping my ACL, MCL, and my LCL, and I had meniscal tearing. Pretty much, in short terms, I destroyed my knee. So I had to have ACL reconstruction surgery. Waking up after that was probably the worst pain I've ever felt in my entire life. Don't believe me? Here are some pictures of what it looked like. But be warned, they're very, very graphic and very gross. So if you don't want to see them, close your eyes, and I promise I'll tell you when the picture's over and when it's safe to open them. Okay, I promise it's safe to open your eyes now. So yeah, to answer your question, that surgery was the worst pain I've ever felt in my entire life. And I'm sorry about the gross pictures, but I felt you needed to see them to understand what I felt. Next question. This question comes to us from Lizzie Lou. She says, "Dear TKD, what is your #1 favorite animal and food in the lovely Minecraft world?" Well, I love the dragon, like the pictures over here. I can't wait for more dragons to be added. But other than the dragons, it would be the horses! And, of course,
Papa. Papa.
This question comes to us from Bear. He says, "Dear TKD, may I be assigned the girl rank?" only if you're my daughter, which you're not. Next question. This question comes to us from Creeper Bardia. He says, Dear TKD, what is the point of having /TP and /TP here if it's not allowed on DC? Well, first off, your question's a bit wrong. It is allowed. That's why it's given as a command. But it's a common courtesy to ask before you do it, because sometimes people are building and they don't want you in their house, or they're in their house and you show up and they're trying to do secret stuff and you just show up. I mean, rude. I don't come over to your house in real life and just walk on in, do I? No. So it's totally allowed, and it's there for you to be able to get to your friends easy. But just give them a heads up. Be like, hey man, can I TP to you? That's all it takes. So it is allowed. It's just nice to be a little bit respectful and let people know that you're on your way. Next question. This question comes to us from Cupasub3. Dear TKD, do you like Sonic the Hedgehog or Super Mario Brothers? That's a good question. I actually have all of the games for both, I believe. But if I had to pick, it would be Super Mario Brothers because Super Mario Brothers for the win! And now for a quick word from our sponsor.
Come on down to Will's Corner Store. New sales every week. Some restrictions apply. See store for details. Available to all DyreCraft players, but no one who breaks the rules. No jobs available. Please play Minecraft with all respect and love of other players. And remember to come on down to the Dyretown Corner Store. You must play Minecraft in order to visit the Dyretown Corner Store. Dyretown Corner Store is a registered trademark of Will the Buildman Incorporated. Thanks for watching the DC show, and goodbye.
This question comes to us from ONight103. He says, Dear TKD, what's the point of having an AFK pool when you still get kicked for idling? Duh! Pool parties! Pool party! Next question. This question comes to us from CreeperCat345. She says, Dear TKD, if someone has been perm banned, that means permanently banned, could that person tell and explain to you what they did and why they should be unbanned? Well, they could tell me all they want, but it'll be a waste of time. That is why we have the Ban Appeals forum on our website at DyreCraft.engine.com. Next question. This question comes to us from the Pensman, who happens to be a very, 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 very wee special person to me. I can't tell you who this player is, but I can tell you that this player is probably one of the most important people I have ever met in my entire life. So, he asks, Dear TKD, what was the name of the first video game you remember playing? Well, this is easy, and this clearly shows how old I am. But it was Pong, and it was on the Atari. Next question. This question comes to us from Spencer1. He says, Dear TKD, who do you think is the most important on the server? Not including you. Easy answer. Everyone but me. Without my staff and my players, which includes you, the server would be nothing. So, it's all of us combined that make DyreCraft what it is, and I'm so happy with what we've become. So, that's your answer. Next question. This question comes to us from Starshang. He says, Dear TKD, when you apply for mod using the mod application, do you receive something that says if you've made it or not? Of course you do. If you've been denied, you will receive a denial notice, and if you've been accepted, you will receive an acceptance notice. If you haven't received anything, that means you have neither been denied or accepted, and you're still under consideration. That is the case for many people, and you just have to be patient and wait it out. Next question. This last question comes to us from 1999 Driftwood, aka Drifty. He says, Dear TKD, will you be at Minecon this year? And if so, are you excited about the whole cape thing? I am very excited to say, heck yeah, I'm going to be at Minecon, and of course I'm excited about the cape thing. Who isn't? I just hope they don't use a crafting table on it and make it all brown. That would be boring. But whatever, I'll be happy and I'll be wearing it anyway. Well, that concludes this episode of the DC Show. As always, you can post your own questions on our website at DyreCraft.engine.com. Just click on the Ask TKD forum. Thank you for all your patience on our server updating. I only do what's best for us, and what's best for us right now was to delay our update. So it's right around the corner. I can't wait to do it, and I can't wait to share all the exciting horses with everyone. So, hasta luego.